making this video because I am moving at the speed of motivation, which I consider myself like a motivated person, but for me, the conditions have to be perfect before I begin, and I think that's not a practical approach to creating. And so I'm here right now because I watched a Dochi video from, I think it was maybe 6 years ago. It like popped up on my algorithm, and she was just recording herself on photo booth like this. And I mean, not like this. I'm literally laying on my bed right now. Because I want this to be like so low stakes so I can just get past myself and record something short and sweet to just kind of like initiate the process of like, or practice putting myself out there again, like artistically. And I'll circle back to that, but yeah, I was watching this Dochi video and she was just in her living room and she had like, I think she was probably in like sweatpants like I am right now, and I was like, oh, I don't have to look like put together and perfect lighting, and I can just be me right now and exactly as I am, like literally just like laying on my bed, like watching these YouTube videos on putting yourself out there and like making art and creating more than consuming, and how to build confidence. I think, yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from like the confidence videos that I've watched are like doing something to gain confidence and not like expecting to be confident in something before you have experience in the thing, which makes total sense. But I think the mind is very fearful and naturally, like, I mean, I know the mind is like very fearful and naturally does not want to like put, I don't want to put myself, my mind is like protective, and I don't want to put myself out there in a way that like embarrasses me, though I think, and I heard that embarrassment is like the cost to entry when it comes to like creating, which I 110% believe and totally stand by. And I mean, a lot of my favorite art is like absolutely, to some people, like cringy. But to me it's everything because it's so DIY, and like you can tell there's like a spirit in it where like the person was just creating for the sake of creating and like didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So that is ultimately, I have a DIY ethos, so that is what I'm doing here now today. I'm walking the talk, like what I value is that. So yeah, I'm gonna like let go of the part of me that wants to be perfect and have this like curated vibe, you know? So, okay, I don't want this to be too long. I have not been on YouTube in quite a while, like 7 years, I think, or maybe 8, I think. So, I took a break with the intent of never coming back, by the way. So I can't even call it a break. I genuinely thought like and still, I don't know, like this may be the only video that I post ever again, or maybe I post some more and I don't stick to it, and not because I don't have discipline, because I'm a disciplined person, but like I don't know if this is something I want for myself. to do. Like, I don't know if I have this in me, if YouTube is something I want to take seriously. I don't know. But yeah, if you're watching this and you're like subscribed to me already, there's a good chance you don't really know me, and I obviously don't know you. So drop a comment, tell me a little bit about yourself, because I have like 500 people on here, I think, and I want to like build a more intimate community where we're able to like actually discourse, and it's not like, yeah, like I don't want anyone who's like watching this to be, I mean, certainly there's gonna be people who are watching this that I will never know personally, right? But the intent is to like actually connect with people, build a community. So my elbow is asleep. I didn't use this fork. I ate some protein waffles earlier, so this fork's just chilling on my bed, and it's unused. I'm not nasty like that, but even if I was, okay, so I'll just give you a little update. Like, well, I said you probably don't know me well, at least. Like, maybe you recognize my face, but you don't actually know me, because when I made this YouTube channel initially, I was like 19, I think, or 20. And that was like 7 or 8 years ago, so you do the math on that if you want to know my age. But I was at the time friends with other YouTubers who had followings, and so I pretty much got like all of the subs that I have from collabing with them, and I myself only ever posted 2 videos of my own, or maybe it was 3. I think it was 3, but they're unlisted now. And yeah, I stand by that, honestly. I mean, I was young and it doesn't really resonate with me, the videos that I posted, so they'll probably remain unlisted. But yeah, those followers like came from the YouTubers that I was friends with at the time. And I'm not saying that they didn't like maybe like my personality or something, which I'm assuming if they subscribed to me, that was probably the case, that they thought I was quirky or funny or something. So they like subbed, and then I totally let them down because I like literally never posted again. And so if that's you, like, I know it's not that deep because you like don't know me. But I just thank you for subbing. Like, thank you for seeing something in me and thinking I'm funny or whatever it was that like attracted you to like subscribe to this channel. I can't promise anything. I don't think that sounds like so self-important. Like, I genuinely, like, the reason I didn't make videos was because I felt like I had nothing. I definitely had something to say, but I just never really knew how to say it. And I've had to like live 7 years more to like really come to understand like my own worldview and philosophies, which is like an ongoing thing, obviously, but like I was in no position to like actually like articulate well my thoughts about like my own existence. And I know that's like really deep, but that is what like my channel was originally meant to be. My channel was originally called Conscious Play because I wanted to talk about like deep things. I wanted to like get philosophical. That's not what my channel ultimately turned into, and that's okay. And like I'm totally here for like whatever it did turn into. I learned a lot, and but it wasn't me like fully. And my elbow is like so asleep right now. And so I quit because I just didn't feel fully integrated, if that makes sense. And I don't know if I'll ever feel fully integrated necessarily, but I feel much more confident, I guess, in expressing or even like sharing my various interests and like different discussions that like I want to open up and have conversations that I want to have like online. And that took like 7 years to get here. So that's why I'm making this, and as like a step into that, you know, like regardless of if it actually goes anywhere, meaning like not with the I have literally no expectations of this channel becoming something. If it did, I'll roll with that. That'd be cool, you know? But really, this is more so like an exercise of gaining confidence in like articulating my ideas and like to some extent maybe even like educating on certain matters, things that I've studied deeply over the past 7 years. Particularly as it like pertains to like philosophy and like religion and spirituality and things like that. All like opinion that I've developed from my interest in those things, and I'm not like, yeah. So anyways, I'll stop qualifying all of that, but yeah, so anyways, just to say really quickly, I wanted to kind of give a background on what the past 7 years has looked like for me, and I mean, that's a lot, right? 7 years is like a lot of time. But I will say this, I was pursuing art when I quit YouTube. I transitioned into modeling. I was like taking modeling really seriously. And I eventually moved to LA and lived in LA for a while, which I absolutely love LA. I'm not there currently, but I hope to go back soon. God willing. I mean, if I don't go back, it's not the end of the world. But I love it there for sure. And I was doing music at the time. When I moved to LA, I had just started learning music production and like engineering. I had like no formal training in like that world whatsoever, with the exception of like singing, which I wouldn't even consider myself a singer. But I did like choir in school and stuff, but I never played instruments growing up. I mean, I played cello for like a year or two, but I was not taking it seriously in a way where I feel like I really got to know like the instrument. I could tell you like the strings on it, but and like play notes, but I wasn't like good, you know, like I had like no technical skill, just a love for the instrument, just the love for the tone of the cello. And yeah, that's why I started music production. I just had like a love for music and felt like it tickled both parts of my brain. I'd say I'm like a very like right and left brain person. So I'm like very analytical, but I also am like hyper creative. So I think that like music production's perfect for that, because you're working with like systems and like sound design and being creative. So yeah, I was doing that, and I still make music. It's just like I'm not taking it seriously, and I'm not taking modeling seriously anymore or anything like that. I mean, and what I mean by seriously, it's like I'm not actively pursuing it in a very real way where I'm like applying to agencies or like putting my music out there. I've literally never released music in my life. And who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just here to literally, I'm like sticking my big toe in the world of like putting myself out there again. And that's what this is. So thank you. This is like gonna be 15 minutes long. And focus is definitely like everything these days. So if you watch this, like, thank you very much. And I mean, yeah. Yeah, just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like overthinking at this point, but that's my little update. And then maybe I'll make some videos here in the future. Maybe not. I'm literally just doing this like kind of for me at this point, to be honest. But, and that's beautiful and that's amazing. So we shall see. Okay, toodles.